Hey gang, you got a couple more minutes? Yeah, the title isn't a goof. We're not playing Baldur's Gate. I know, that's crazy. Yeah, it's just gonna be a chill stream. So, if that's the vibe you want, then I don't know. Go pee. I'll see you in a minute. Would be cool if she was live on a boat. Not actually on a boat, no. The background that you see right now, I stole from someone on the internet.
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know?
Come on, man.
And that.
No. You gonna give me ads in my 3 hours of lo-fi beats to study, copyright free? Unreal. No, this is in support of an old goof. Yeah, I stole it. I stole it. I said it, okay? I stole it, and I do it again. I should probably add an ASMR tag to this stream. Last night I recorded a thing. Hold on. Get rid of that. Hey, come on. Yeah, I'm a mushroom. Unless I decide I don't want to do this. Because the mouthy won't move. Honey, why your mouthy won't move? Why him mouthy won't move? Whatever. Why him mouthy won't move? Why is he so weird right now? Hi, Krendor. Krendor's gotta go. Is that because you stole my mouth? You bitch. Yes. Oh, God. I knew it. Here. I'll refresh moral. We'll see if it works. The pupilless eyes freak me out. You are not the only one. I love it. What a little weirdo. I recorded a thing with Jesse last night, and it was very fun. But no, stop. Goober. Okay. Oh, my mouthy works, so that's good. Mouthy? Yeah. Just a little mouth. Just a little guy with a little mouth. Anywho, I probably said the whole thing. But, you know, I'm trying to say the whole thing while also not paying attention at all to what I'm talking about. So, we recorded a thing and my kid woke up a bunch because she's on the other side of this wall, dude. So, I'm asthmaing. I'm asthmaing today. How'd she do on the plane? Bro, she crushed it. That was the easiest flight we've ever done together. It was 10 hours long. But it was so easy. She just like knows what to expect now. We got on the plane. The second that we lifted off, she was like, I need to go to the toilet. I was like, okay. So she was in the bathroom. We came back and she was like, okay, I'm going to sleep. Just curled up in my lap and fell asleep. And I was like, nice. Okay. And then she slept for like 2 hours. And then woke up, and at that point I had purchased like Wi-Fi on my phone, and she was like, can I watch something? And I was like, sure. So she watched something for a little bit. And then she did some drawing. We played a drawing game back and forth for a while, and then she watched a little bit more TV, and then was like, I think I'm going to nap again, and napped for a couple hours, and then the flight was done. It was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm so proud. No, the coyotes howled all night last night, but she was asleep for all of it. I was bummed for her. I was like, do I wake her up? No, I won't wake her up. You know what was great, though, is when we got on the plane, she was like, do you think I'll see a deer? Nana and Papa have deer. And I was like, they do. She said, do you think I'll get to see a deer? And I said, I don't know, dude. Maybe. And then we got picked up at the airport, and we did the whole drive to the farm. The houseboat, if you recall the joke. And the second we pulled in, there was a doe just hanging out, eating food in my mom's garden. And I was like, Clark, the bucket list, it's already getting checked off the second we got here. So that was great. This isn't her actual first time here, but it's her first time remembering being here, yeah. She was here when she was a baby. But she didn't remember anything about it. She didn't remember ever being here. So that's pretty cool. yeah, I posted a schedule for like when I'll be able to at least try to stream while I'm here. Now that I've kind of reached out to all my family members and stuff and been like, hey, would you like to hang out? Should we set up a day to be cute and hang out? And now I know what days I'm doing those things. So yeah, in the Discord there's a schedule posted for what days I will try, subject to change depending on what is happening with my family. Yeah, day one we saw a big old doe hanging out in the garden, and then we went for a walk, and a bunch of rabbits ran across the driveway. And Clark was like, "This place is awesome." But things cannot always be perfect. Things cannot always be perfect. Of course, I forgot something. Of course I did. It's like impossible if you're like, I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna stream. What the hell was that? Okay. Let me know if you can still hear the music. I'm gonna stream. When I go on this big trip, I'm still gonna stream, and I'm gonna bring everything that I need, and it's gonna be great. You always forget something. So, I have nothing to hold up my microphone. I have to just hold my microphone all the time. Which is inconvenient if I want to play something. I might be able to get something to deal with that, but currently, yeah, exactly. I'm a podcasting mushroom right now. I'm holding it. I'm just sitting at a card table with a cute laptop and a Diet Coca-Cola. Holding a microphone. So yeah, the shape of this microphone is not standard. It's like just a straight up cylinder. So it's not like ergonomic to hold, if that makes sense. It's very heavy and doesn't feel comfy. But that's okay. Fun fact, we met over 11 years ago now, as it should be, Krendor. I hope that one day, when the internet's collapsed, you'll send me a letter that says, like, Dodger, just so you know, we've now known each other for 30 years. Bye, Krendor. I will definitely do that. Fantastic. Good. A reminder that every time you see Moral do this, it means I'm drinking something. Isn't that dumb? What a dumb little guy. How do VTubers look cool when they drink stuff? Do they just use straws? They must all use straws, right? You just don't. Okay, nice. It's like, it's funny. There's like behaviors that virtual models will do. And until someone explains what it is that person is doing, it doesn't like fully necessarily register to you like what's happening on the other side. When I first started using VR chat and I would see models like floating around a lot, I was like, how weird that all of them have like some kind of a built-in pose that's just them like curled up floating. And then Kelly at some point explained to me like, no, Dodger, it's people are in VR chat, but they're just like curled up on their beds or in a chair. And I was like, holy shit. Oh my God, that makes so much more sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I see it now. And now if I'm in VR chat and I see people curled up looking weird floating around, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense that that person's just in a chair. They certainly do look like they're sitting on a thing that is not there. So, yep, makes sense. An odd time to see you on. I am in America. So this is why. I feel like the music is loud next to me because I'm not talking at like full volume, but if it's fine, then tell me. No pot leaf backdrop. I'm not staying with my sister this time. I'm at the farm, which we used to lovingly call the houseboat, which is why I stole someone's houseboat picture for the goof. That's right, moral. Stop using your mouth. Fucking mushroom. I actually thought you were in a little camper trailer. No, I'm just on my parents' farm. It was a co-optional goof, I think, to call the farm the houseboat, and I don't remember why. I don't know why that started happening, but every time I would visit my parents, I'd be like, yep, I'm on the houseboat today. I think because at the time the internet was really bad. And so we would goof like, yeah, I got houseboat internet, but that doesn't work anymore because the internet here is fucking awesome. I think it was the wallpaper and stuff in the room you were using. I don't think so. Maybe it was. No, you might be right. I know what room I think that you're talking about. No, it's not God. To the person who was like, how's the jet lag? It's so good. It's really good. By really good, I mean it's terrible. Clark's fine. She's falling asleep at 7 o'clock, like on the dot, and waking up at 6, so I can't complain. The alternative is her waking up at like 2 a.m. and being like, I'm never sleeping again, which has happened before, so. I like the title. Yeah. I logged onto Twitch and I was like, Not surprising, but every single person I follow is playing Baldur's Gate right now. I obviously have nothing against Baldur's Gate, but I'm not playing it right now. So I figured that's good marketing, you know? Trip's going good, yeah. Just hanging out with the fam. Love this avatar. Thank you. It's a VR chat model for a VR LARP that I'm in. But I've talked before about either setting up this model or getting a different model made specifically to use for VTubing. Someday.
Really magic. Just an instant online offer from CarMax, good for 7 days. Great crowd. CarMax, car selling via.
How is it back driving on the other side of the road? I'm not driving while I'm here. I am a passenger princess along with my kid. We sit and we let people chauffeur us, and it's great. What's with the dice in the corner of the screen? It's probably just the little VC face thing. Yeah, it's the VC face thing. I go beep, and now it's gone. Thinking about visiting Portland for the first time in late October. What's the weather like there at the time? October is normally fine. It'll probably rain a little bit, but it shouldn't be too cold. We're here for 12 days, including travel days. So my first normal stream back will be the 14th. No, people, I know it can get confusing because my parents live in 2 different places depending on the time of year. None of my friends live in Oregon. I mean, like old friends, I guess. But no, everybody who's like, are you going to see Jesse? Are you going to see, like, they're all in California. So, no. I don't know that I can bump myself anymore, but I'm not going to talk any louder than I am because I really should add the ASMR tag. This device is currently in use. Yeah, I know. I'm fucking using it, aren't I? Okay, is that better? Too loud, it looks like. How about that? Bobbity boobity, bibbity bobbity boop. Much better, a lot better. Great. Look, if Sam spends literally the entire time I'm gone playing Baldur's Gate, he's going to be really pissed at himself. So, you know, It's natural consequences. If that's what he decides to do. No, I haven't gotten any Lego flowers. A copyright claim on a YouTube video. How fucking dare you? Yeah, look, when I left, he was like, I'm going to get so much done while you're gone. And I was like, okay. And if I come back and he's like, the thing that I got done was Baldur's Gate. You know. Yeah. Yeah, Summer was like, oh shit, you're doing a night stream? Yeah, I mean, a night stream is pretty much, night streams are pretty much what I'll be able to do, just in general, you know. Cool piercing, thank you. I need to add in some of my other ones. The plant tag piercing was so good. It's so hot here. We came at the wrong time, dude. My mom was looking at the weather today, and every day is going to be in like the high 80s or 90s. It's just muggy. It's yucky right now, but that's okay. Are you planning to literally just hang out with the fam at the farm, or do you have activities planned? The only activities I have planned is driving to other family to see other family. So I have a day planned with Thierry. I have a day planned with my sister. I'm trying to set up a day to see like my old high school buds, but they're low priority. So. My parents planned a barbecue right before I leave, with whoever can make it. It is an Oregon stream. Welcome to Oregon, guys. Summer, are you ready to get older? Maybe. Bitch, we don't got a choice. Homie. Yeah, doesn't this picture look like Oregon? Doesn't the picture behind me look like Oregon, chat? Poor Somersault and their flu. Summer, do you have a flu right now? I smooch your flu and then I flick it in the eye and tell it to go away. I'm always sick every year right before my birthday. Boo. Oh my God. My mom apparently has gotten really into like, you know, that like circulation tapping thing that people do on their bodies, where they just like tap all over their bodies. Oh my goodness. Sam's ending his stream. I'm so proud of him. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's my sweet love. I kiss him. Mwah. I tell him to get some sleep. If Sam's going to bed, I should probably go to bed. Not me, bitch. The night is young. Well, it's 9:45 here. Yeah, young. You know what? Younger. Young. Young-ish. Okay. And Joe. Thanks, Joe. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my really slapdick stream. 2 raids, I know. Hello, overtly gay sailor. What a good name. I'm gonna drive home. I love you, BB. I love you too. Sleep well. Kisses, kisses. Hug the cats for me. Hi, my name's Dodger. Welcome to the stream. If I turn on the camera, you see a dark, weird room. So today I'm a mushroom. And also the picture behind me, I stole off of the internet. And no, I did not check to see if it was legal for me to steal it. So thanks so much to whoever took this picture of a houseboat so that I could sell my joke. I appreciate it very much. Cancel me. I dare you. This is nighttime Duker. It's different here. This is a different bitch, okay? I was just saying that I did my best. I'm going to still commit to that phrasing. I did my best to bring everything that I would need to be able to stream while I'm here. And the thing that I didn't bring is any kind of a mic stand. So I'm just holding this mic like a silly little podcaster. And it's not like a cute ergonomic sort of microphone situation. It's a microphone that is shaped like a Monster Energy drink can and feels like it's filled with a brick. So eventually I'm going to have to stop the stream just because my wrist fucking hurts. This feels like an acid trip, but in a good way. Thank you. That's so sweet. I'm trying to think of a mushroom-based podcast pun. All I've got is sodcast. I bet we could. Somebody could come up with something. Where is here? A houseboat? Yes, I'm absolutely on a houseboat. I'm on a real houseboat. Yep. Don't look into it. Don't reverse Google image search this picture, okay? Don't do it. Podcast is good, yeah. At some point. So I'm talking kind of sexually because I'm not trying to like start, you know, my secondary career as an ASM artist, but last night sorry to those of you who already heard this. Last night I recorded a thing with Jesse, and my kid just like kept fucking waking up. So I was like, okay, I'm still gonna stream. I'm just gonna have to stream as though, you know, there's a child in another room that's trying to sleep. I was trying to think of a better, a more clever thing to say, and there isn't a better way to explain it, I don't think. I am deeply disturbed, and I'm deeply unhappy. Deeply disturbed, and deeply unhappy. Thank you. I'm not actually, no, it's lyrics. It's lyrics from an Infected Mushroom song. It's because somebody was like, you look like an infected mushroom. So here we are. I was about to say, you're not giving off the unhappy vibe. I'm so glad. I would prefer it to be that way around, you know? Sometimes you're like, I'm in such a good mood. And everyone's like, what's wrong today? You seem sad. Did something happen? You're like, no. Did something happen? I don't know. Maybe something did happen. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who's really freaked out by the fact that this model doesn't have any eyeballs. Sorry about that. It's one of those things that you don't think about until somebody's like, wow, I hate that. Yeah, what do you need pupils for? I'm a mushroom, dude. I don't need those. This isn't what I imagined I'd hear before going to bed. What? Who needs eyeballs? Who needs eyeballs, guys? Think about it. Yeah, exactly. Bro, I'm tapped into the network, okay? I don't need eyeballs. I absorb information about my surroundings and the surroundings of my brethren, okay? I don't need them. Whoa. Anyway, go look up mushrooms. They're creepy little dudes. Except to download houseboat pics. No, okay. I use the network to find the right picture in, okay? Shut up. Yes, this is my Neon Divide character.
Moral.
I don't have this set up to show like alternate stuff on the model, but it's cool. When I played Moral before, Moral was a bit smaller, so we're doing the whole like Moral's gotten bigger thing. But oh, what was I saying? Where am I? Who am I? Oh. When I went to Swishy, because Swishy made the new model, I was like, yeah, I wanted to be able to like on the day-to-day be like more masculine and more feminine as Moral. And I didn't really have that option with the last model. They were just kind of a little creature. And so with this one, I have short hair or long hair, a couple different like outfit options and stuff like that. So I think that'll be really fun to play around with. This is a safe haven from Baldur. So, well, Jamart, welcome. Welcome to the houseboat, the legitimate houseboat. It's mine. Muscle mushroom? Oh my god. Just taller, not swoller, not yokeder, you know. I'm in my gangly teenage years. Who are you? God, that's such a good question. A shirt with drawn abs. Moral would 100% wear a shirt with drawn abs on it. Yeah, Moral's genderless. And it's really awesome doing Neon Divide because like every character has just sort of like settled on like, yeah, I call Moral she. Yeah, I call Moral he. I call Moral they. Like everyone's just chosen one and stuck with it. So like it fully feels like, yep, I'm just whatever. They did like tier lists. And it was like, here's a tier list for the girls and here's a tier list for the boys, and Moral was on both of them. And QWERTY was like, I love that Moral's on both. It's very gender. Moral's not a D&D character, no. It's a character for a VR LARP. It's called Neon Divide. It's very fun. It's very like Shadowrun based. It used to be Callous Row, if any of you watched or knew about Callous Row. It got rebranded. And we're trying to do season 4 eventually. But it's been over a year now. The team's working really hard on it. But yeah, it's been a while since we played.
So I've just got this little guy, this little model, ready to go.
So now I use it for VTubing. It is, yeah. So it's actually a huge project. There's a fuckload of people that play it. And person to person, you're basically told like you can stream it if you want. So, you know, there's like over 100 people, over 100 players. and some of them stream and some of them don't. I haven't streamed it because the idea of that stresses me out. I've thought about streaming it. It's just I don't ever stream VR stuff, so the idea of streaming VR stuff is like, ooh. But what's fun is that like once you've sort of established like a routine as a character, you can be like, yeah, well, you know, normally on the day to day I see this character or this character or this character. You know, you can check out their streams and I might be around. But yeah, it's because it's because it's been like more than a year, it's hard for me. I'm not totally sure like who all is playing anymore. I am in Oregon. Get hecky Becky. On a houseboat, a totally legitimate houseboat that I didn't steal off of Google. You heard it here first, folks. Only 4 people are currently playing Baldur's Gate that you follow. Yes, nature's healing. That sounds terrible. I'm really excited to play Baldur's Gate. I'm just not playing Baldur's Gate right now. I would download a houseboat, though. I would. To be a mushroom in a perfectly legitimate houseboat in the middle of Oregon. Baldur's Gate just finished downloading. I fear if I start, I won't be able to go to bed at a reasonable hour. That is a legitimate fear, dude. That makes a lot of sense. Some nice sun there for a nice stream. Well, you know, it is summer. We've got longer days right now. So, yeah. Sun's really putting in a lot of work. But trust me, it is 9:59. Yeah, that's what I was going to say is, dude, if you open up Baldur's Gate, it's not that you'll necessarily start playing, but you'll definitely sit there and be like, okay, I'll just make my character. And that takes long enough, to be honest. That takes long enough that you'll be like, fuck, I need to go to bed. Yeah, I'm in Oregon, so it's late night here. It's not early morning yet. Thoughts on what class you might start with? God, it feels like everybody's playing casters. So I'd probably do a martial class. But spells are so cool. They sure are. I just moved to the state 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, I hope you like it. I grew up here. Oregon is my stomping grounds. Yeah, we have just full disclosure. We have a sponsored stream for Baldur's Gate on the 10th. So next week. So we'll probably choose a day and make a character before that.
just, you know, I don't want to rush it. I don't want to be rushed. Gabio Part 2. Oh my god. Gabio and Baldur's Gate. Who knew Gabio would be so powerful, dude? Will the laptop handle Baldur's Gate? It should. She's strong. She's a thick lady. She should be fine. Currently getting significant frame drops on the stream? Or do you mean when playing the game? I don't see any frame drops on my end. Oh, on Baldur's Gate. Gotcha. Bitch, I'm tired. I have not had a normal night's sleep since we got here. But my child has. And honestly, if she's sleeping okay, that's more important to me. But last night, I fucked up, dude. Okay? I fucked up. I put my kid to bed, and then I fell asleep with her, which makes sense because we're both jet lagged. My mom woke me up and was like, hey, I think you said you are supposed to be recording something at 8. And I was like, fuck. Yes, I do need to record something at 8. Thank you. Got out of bed, was delirious, completely delirious. So I made myself a huge cup of coffee. And then I did the recording. Recording ended around midnight and I was wired. So I was awake until about 2 a.m. Then I fell asleep. And then woke up to the fucking sprinklers outside turning on. And I was like, well, that's probably a sign that it's not that early if the sprinklers are on. And Clark was still asleep. So I was like, oh, this is my opportunity. I'm just going to like get up a little bit early. So that, just so I have a little time to myself in the morning before Clark wakes up. So I got up and my mom heard me, I guess. And she got up and was like, what the fuck are you doing awake? And I was like, it's fine. I'm fine. And she was like, what time did you go to sleep? You like barely slept. I was like, I'm fine. Don't even worry about it. And she was like, okay, bye, I guess. And she went back to sleep. My dad normally wakes up at about 4 a.m. So my dad comes traipsing in from the garage and he was like, what are you doing up? I was like, I mean, it's like 7, right? And he was like, nah, dude. I was like, what? But I glanced at a clock and I thought, isn't it like 7 o'clock? And he was like, no. It just turned 6, so you're about an hour off. How long have you been awake? And at that point, I had been up for like 40 minutes. And I was like, you telling me I got out of bed at like 5:20 in the morning and was like, yeah, this seems right. Anyway, jet lag is wild. I just stayed awake. I just stayed up. And then my kid, we all had dinner. And Clark was like, I'm trying to stay awake. And I was like, you don't have to stay awake, kiddo. And she was like, but I want to do another activity before I go to sleep. And I was like, how about we do a fun activity tomorrow morning when we get up? She was like, okay. I'm gonna go to bed now. And I was like, okay. And so she and I went upstairs and I read exactly 3 pages of a book and we both passed the fuck out. So, yep. So I got a little hour-long power nap in before this stream, you know. What did you just walk into? I don't know. A door? Yeah, there's like a cool... I was talking to my mom about how bizarre it is to have like grown up in my hometown with like almost nobody in it. And so many people want to move to Oregon now. So like the all of these like really tiny towns that are sort of, you know, an hour and a half out from Portland, are starting to just like fill up with apartments and like things to do and all sorts of, because people want to be here, but they can't afford to be in Portland. So they just move further and further and further out, you know? So like my hometown, has made this crazy about face, where it had a bunch of stores in it when I was growing up. And they were all, you know, like weird, like little hometown stores. And then a bunch of them went under. And the guy who owned all of the buildings wouldn't lower rent. So nobody moved in. So the town was basically dying. Like stores were just closing, and nobody would move in. And now there's like an interest in being in the area that this town is in. And so suddenly all of these buildings that have been empty for years have businesses in them again. And there's like apartment buildings all over the place and all sorts of shit. And I was saying to my mom, like, it's so crazy. It's really jarring to grow up in a town where there's like literally nothing to do. Like the bowling alley was the most interesting thing, and that's because that's where all of the drugs were dealt, you know? Like everybody was like, yeah, I'm gonna go hang out at the bowling alley, and you knew that meant like I'm gonna try and score some weed. Like so yeah, there's like a bunch of like, you know, there's like a really good library and there's like a big playground now and all sorts of stuff. And just from like a grown up, like specifically, I guess a parent perspective, but just, you know, like an adult that grew up in this town, I'm like, holy shit, this is a different town now, you know? So it was fun to be like, oh my gosh, should we take Clark to the playground? There's a playground now. Yeah, it is neat. My mom was, of course, you know, because it's like what used to be a smaller town in the middle of nowhere, you know, all of the people that have lived there for a long time are very like these fucking Californians. They're coming in with their ramens and their big bucks, and they just want to like steamroll and do whatever they want and add a bunch of shit that we don't want, you know. But like, my mom and I are both like, this town was fucking dying, dude. Like, it's good, actually. It's, you know. They're adding an arcade. Like, I think it's great. Because when you're a kid that's like, you know, you don't get to decide where you live when you're a kid. And it's not that I didn't like my hometown, but like, it was not a town that like helped expose kids to like anything outside of like, what's up? You from a lumberyard family? No? Okay, well, that's mostly what we got going on here. So go to the bowling alley, I guess. See if you can score some weed, kid. Like, so you know, I'm glad that there's gonna be like other stuff for kids to do, you know. Yeah, I've talked before about the Christmas tree kid. The area that I grew up in is called the Banana Belt. Hilarious. It's called the Banana Belt of Oregon. And it's like this big, I guess, banana-shaped valley where most of, at least at the time, maybe this has changed now, but most of the country's Christmas trees are grown around where I grew up. And so when I was in high school, the rich kids were all Christmas tree kids, which, you know, I can in my head goof about Christmas tree kids, but it does not make sense to anybody else. Like, oh yeah, this fucking guy, he's a Christmas tree kid, dude. But, you know, it's just like my way in my brain of classifying somebody who, grew up in an industry that was like the major industry wherever they lived, you know? Yeah. Oh, that kid's not just rich, okay? He's Christmas tree rich. And he, you know, God love him. He told his dad he didn't want to inherit the Christmas tree business. He wants to make it at the Buckaroo. So he wants to be a rodeo boy. Very proud of him. Very proud of him for standing up to his dad. I don't. They don't score weed, them Christmas kids. They don't have to score weed. They're just handed weed, okay? They're Christmas rich, okay? It sounds like a Hallmark movie, 100%, yeah. Still rides a horse named Mistletoe. I'm from and I still live in rural Texas. Rodeos will beat you up. I used to have to work the rodeo. And I know it's not like Texas. I know it's not as big as like it would be in Texas, but like, yeah, the area I grew up in is rodeo country for sure. Yeah, and every summer I had to work the rodeo. Look, it's not a glamorous job, but basically the two options if you're in high school are concessions or cleanup duty. And I always chose cleanup duty because concessions, you have to deal with a lot of drunk people. And I'd rather just deal with the aftermath of the drunk people, you know? Yeah. All the drunk dudes, they just leave their weird like plastic beer cups in the stands, and then someone hands me a bag and is like, "Go on then, pick them all up." And I'm like, "You got it, bud." Beer cups full of tobacco spit. God. The 1,000-yard stare I'm giving right now. Yeah. Yes. Anyway, if you live in a rodeo town and your kid's like, I might work the rodeo. I don't know. If they have another option, be like, darling, pinch his cheeks. Honey, don't do that. Baby, don't do that. I had to work security for some festivals, and God, people can be massive jerks. They can, yeah. Well, and like, oh God, people just get, you know, there are different sorts of events that have different sorts of drinking cultures, and unfortunately, things like rodeos have a real, like, everybody's getting drunk and watching dudes ride, you know, horses and bulls and shit, and everybody's screaming and having a good time, and then afterwards they're all gonna, you know, go into a tent and dance for a while and probably get more drunk, and the belligerence is out of control. Like the way somebody can be totally pleasant and then just your worst nightmare so quickly. It sucks. Yeah, it's the Christmas tree families getting rodeo drunk. Exactly. You get it. It might have sounded like I was goofing that whole scenario earlier, but that was actually a dude I went to school with who was like, I'm going to be a rodeo star. And I was like, that's cool, dude. That's really cool. And he was like, yeah, but you know, I'm supposed to take over for the Christmas tree business. Oh, fuck. I work as a night auditor. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God, that left so quickly. I work as a night auditor in a city that hosts the third largest rodeo in Texas. God bless, friend. I can't imagine. I couldn't tell if the Christmas tree kid turning rodeo was a bit or not. No, it was real. It was real, yeah. The kid was pretty cute. He was cute, and then by like our second year of high school, he was a dickhead, so it's unfortunate. I don't know if the rodeo did that to him. I don't know if it was the rodeo or if it was the Christmas trees. It's hard to tell what's corrupting kids in this town. Inside you, there are two wolves. Yeah. One of the other Christmas tree kids. It sounds stupid every time I say it. Anyway, one of the other Christmas tree kids, she just kept getting into like minor car accidents. It was never anything serious. Like, people never got hurt, but like, she'd come to school and be like, yeah, well, I ran into another thing, and, you know, now my dad's having to like decide whether to, you know, just buy me a new car or not. And we'd all be like, this guy has got to stop fixing this kid's car. Like, lie to her. I don't know, dude. Like, don't let her drive anymore. It's like, yeah. Sometimes people will make videos where they're like, yeah, I'm just like a fucking normal person who went to this Ivy League school, and here's the sort of people that I had to deal with and the sort of things they would say to me, you know? That kind of like, I don't understand how your brain works, you know? The way that you have grown up has made it so the way that you think about things is so different from me that we will never truly understand each other. That was the vibe with some of these kids, for sure. Like, yeah, sure, I got into a car accident, like, whatever. But, like, what's the plan here now? Do I just, like, get a new car? Or... like... It is my new moral model.
It's made by Swishy. Shout out to Swishy. Kisses, mwah.
Yeah, we don't know when season 4 is starting, so I just use it as a VTuber model now. Does the shirt still say band? It doesn't. No, the band shirt got shot. End of season 2, I got shot in the chest. So, rest in peace, band shirt. But then season 3, I had a patch that said band on a like a vest. I need to put a band something on this model. Does Moral not like guns? One of Moral's flaws, not a major flaw, but a minor flaw, is they won't use weapons. They won't even pick them up. And if I'm handed them, I have to immediately put them down. It's a pacifism flaw.
I'm a healer, not a fighter.
I'm imagining a high stakes situation where they pass you a gun and you immediately put it on the table. Yeah, playing to the character. If something was like running at us, my character would run the fuck away. I'm already in a bad position because my major flaw makes it so that I can't if I'm scared enough or if the stakes are high enough, I can't move for 5 seconds. I get rooted to the ground, basically. So if something's chasing me, I just get stuck. Your major flaw is meant to be something that could get you killed. So it's very cute of me. Maybe Moral should evolve into a sports shirt. Oh my god. This is Moral's teenage stage. Now that I'm a bit bigger. Like, guess what, guys? I'm not into band anymore. I'm into sport. So, did you guys see Sport last night? It was amazing. Yeah, so you have to run them by the DM team for your map. But as a character, you pick your 3 edges and your 3 flaws. Your major edge has to be something that is like gives you a significant edge in life and in session. And your major flaw has to be something that could get you killed. And then your minor edges are just like things that generally make life easier. And your minor flaws are like just kind of inconveniences, you know? But they are things that are meant to be like core aspects of your character. So, if for some reason you don't follow them, if like you ignore them, if you fail RP a little bit, and it was a significant enough thing, you know, it's worth like talking with your DM team about. Hi, Kelly. Oh my goodness. I love you. Kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I was just explaining the edge and flaw system in Neon Divide because someone was asking.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, Moral big now. Moral teenager now. But yeah, Moral was meant to be like a weird little mad scientist character, and I've wound up mostly focusing on healing. So like my major edge is that at the start of session, I just have 2 like max level healing items basically. And in RP, it's like I just make them on the fly, right? So at the start of session, I spawn them in and I put them in my backpack so that I just have them. But in RP, the idea is like I'm able to just like instantly make it. So it's like that sort of a thing. Kelly, you'd love Baldur's Gate. Yeah, you should try it. You spit in a bottle. Well, yeah, everything that I make is either made from me or other mushrooms. Last season, it was like mushrooms and other plants because they introduced like this whole like gathering system. But yeah, the beginning of the whole thing was literally me like feeding myself to people. And some people were like, no, that's okay. Do you do fungus powers? All the other mushrooms have like a spore cloud. I don't have one, but it's because it's backstory lore shit. I was like made in a lab, so I'm broken. Or like I didn't develop the same like mushroom stuff that other people did. It's okay. It's okay. I have lightning power now. That's why I grew. They use electricity to stimulate growth in mushrooms. So when there was like a story weave that was like, yeah, Moral, you're starting to like connect with lightning magic. I was like, okay, I know. I know what direction I want to go with this. So I'm bigger now. Yeah. I don't know how long, I don't know how long Neon Divide is going to go for, but I basically decided that if every season is meant to be happening like 6 months to a year after the last season, which seems to be the case, Moral's just going to keep rapidly aging, which I think would be really fun. Like in a few seasons, I could just be like a weird old mushroom. Yeah, like if this is like teen body Moral, then it would be like, young adult, whole ass adult, and then just start turning into like a get off my lawn old mushroom. Nah, I think Moral's always going to be kind of counterculture. We had a whole discussion a while ago about whether or not you would be able to tattoo Moral. And I think in the end we determined, yeah, you totally could tattoo Moral. Yeah, I think at a certain point, Moral would probably just look like one of those older dudes that, like an old biker man, you know? Looking like Mushroom Iggy Pop. Yeah, dude. Are they chaotic good? Oh God, if I was going to put Moral on an alignment chart, Moral's pretty good. Especially now. Because, like, in season 2, Moral didn't, like, value life a whole lot. But they do now, you know? They know not to eat people. Important things. Yeah, they know that it's, you know, that when people die, like, it's very sad and, you know, all that sort of stuff. And they still do shit occasionally that's like, that was a bad idea. But generally, they're just like, you know, Moral's just a good kid. It is very BM to eat people, yeah. Like that Moral learned eating people isn't kosher. Well, it's because canonically Moral eats dead stuff. And so we had discussed, like, does Moral eat, like, if Moral found a dead body, would Moral eat it? And I was like, I don't know that Moral's ever done that before, but would have definitely considered it before all of this growth. Would have definitely considered it before all of this, like, hey, don't do that. Hey, people, you know, living things have value. Moral, actually. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense because I run I own the cafe in town. So it's like, it's fine if food goes bad. I'll just eat it. I don't mind if stuff's decayed. That's the good shit. That's the sweet sauce, you know? Yeah, and then we had discussed, like, okay, so if Moral was, because it's Shadowrun, it's very like corpos versus normies, you know? And so we had talked about, like, all right, if I had made Moral to be a corpo character, that definitely would have been like their major edge, is the ability to just like get rid of an organic thing, like just rapidly decompose an organic thing by eating it, you know? Basically a hide the body mechanic. But that's not what this Moral does. This Moral's a good kid. Carrie Mac, thank you. I hope you're doing good. This is very, like, this is not what my streams are normally like. But I'm in Oregon, and we're doing our thing, you know? Evil Moral would eat the body. Do we want to be Evil Moral? What sort of scenario would it have to be for somebody to come to Moral and be like, hey, we just need you to eat this body really quick, and have Moral be like, yeah, okay. There's definitely a scenario where that would happen. Yeah. Look, if somebody that I love came to me and was like, I killed a corpo and I need to get rid of the body, is that something you can help with? I'd be like, yeah, dude, absolutely. Fucking hate corpos. I will 100% help you with this. I'll eat them, no problem. Who are they? But, you know, is that going to happen? Probably not. Character deaths in Neon Divide are pretty rare. Yeah. I mean, somebody in character would have to know a lot about Moral to even think to ask that is the thing. I don't think a lot of people know that Moral eats dead stuff. It just doesn't come up, you know. Oh, I wouldn't eat Ricky. Ricky's a nice dude. Well, I guess it depends. If Nico came to me and was like, Moral, I just need you to trust me, dude. Ricky fucked up and we killed him. I need you to, can you help me with the body? We need this body eaten. I'd be like, well, that sucks, but I guess if he's already dead and it's going to help out my good buddy Nico to get rid of it, then I guess make me the rat sandwich, dude, you know? I have people priorities, okay? Yeah, I should bring it up in character at some point. The fact that I could eat a body, you know? You know the saying, eat the rich. Yeah, that's literally why there's a shirt. I own a shirt with mushrooms all over it that says decompose the rich. And it was literally because of Moral. Because we were goofing about it. And then I saw that shirt and I was like, God damn it. Yeah, I sort of unintentionally made a very confusing character because I don't pronounce Moral the way that you're supposed to. A lot of people pronounce it Morel, right? And also, I don't look anything like a Moral mushroom. So... Did you have any other names in mind when creating Moral? Not really. I didn't know if I was going to stick with Neon Divide. It just seemed like fun. So I had been chatting with Sketchu, and Sketchu helped me like come up with the initial design and like made my original model. And I was like, I'm just going to look up like different names of mushrooms, I think. And I liked Morel, but I just pronounced it Moral. Cuz I was like, okay, if this mushroom kid never had a name and was like, I'm going to name myself, and saw like a word that was associated with mushrooms and was like, yeah, I like that, you know? That was sort of the idea, but it's just wound up being kind of confusing. Yeah, morel mushrooms. They're the like is it trypophobia that's the holes thing? If you have trypophobia, they can be a bit squicky. But they're kind of like long, wrinkly things. People eat them. They're a big interest foraging food. But there's also a type of mushroom called a false morel that are very bad for you. They're very toxic. So they look kind of like a brain. They do. Yeah, they're a bit wrinkly. I'm glad you don't look like a brain. Well, so if you, let's see, if you see the little dots above my eyes, those are eyeballs. There's a thing that happens to my body in game, because I had a big interest in doing like a body horror thing, but I was like, how do I do a body horror thing that isn't actually gonna like squick people out so bad that they won't interact with me, or it like or it makes it like hard to watch, you know? So one of the things that could happen to Moral, because of the flaw, one of the things that can happen to Moral is a bunch of eyeballs pop up all over the place. And so we tried to place them in a way where it wasn't like alarming, and that they're not immediately obviously eyeballs, if that makes sense. Yeah, so the big white eyeballs that are blinking right now, those are my actual eyes. Basically, Moral's flaw creates like a fight or flight response. And I have 3 different forms that can happen to basically try and like scare off whatever my system has determined as a threat. And they're all based off of other characters in Neon Divide that Moral has seen do like scary things, basically. So one of the forms is a bunch of eyeballs, because Moral's had either both positive and negative, but like very sort of intimidating interactions with multiple spider people at this point. So it's kind of a simulation of like spider eyes all over them, which I think is cool. Yeah, that was an option, right? Is that all of the dots on the mushroom cap just become eyeballs, but then it was like, no. No, that's too much. But if we can figure out how to do it, Swishy seems to think that it should be fine. But it would basically be like a gradient. No, I don't have any of it on this computer. Essentially, like at the moment that I'm scared, it would be its worst. And then there would be a timer, and then it would become like a much smaller version of that thing. So like if it's the eyeball stuff, right? The mushroom cap color would probably change. I'd get a bunch of eyeballs on me, and then most of them would go away, but a few of them would stick around for the rest of session, like that kind of a thing. One of them is a lot of like spikes and horns, so a bunch of spikes and horns would show up, but only a couple of them would stick around for the rest of session, you know. Bye, Avi. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I can't be scared in the houseboat. It's home base. No one can tag me in here. Eyeball mode. Thank you, Canthus. Have a good day at work. Yes, my houseboat, my legitimate houseboat that I didn't steal off of Google. Yes, I agree. I also like it. But yeah, I like the idea of, you know, if I wound up using this more, this model, like while I'm streaming, I would like to either optimize this one for VTubing instead of VR chat, or get just like a 2D version made, you know? Because this one, like when we first started and the mouth stopped moving, you know. I would only eat them if they were already dead, dude. And even then, if I thought they deserved a proper burial and I had no reason to eat them, I wouldn't eat them, okay? Is Moral able to smell? Do they have a nose? No, but I have access to like the mycelial network in the Undercity. So I can't smell things, but I can get other like sensory information from my surroundings, basically. Yeah, I can tap into the network, dude. The image is listed as, I love that you actually looked up this picture. That makes me so happy. The image is listed as small space ideas to steal from houseboats. Steal. Which is exactly what I did. Yeah, somebody else said that I could just go into VR chat and stream in VR chat instead of like using it as a VTuber model. But you said it wasn't stolen. No, Oddly enough, the thing that I actually use this for, which is a VR LARP in VR chat, I don't stream that. when? So, the only time on stream that anybody ever sees Moral is when I'm using it in like this sort of situation where I can't use face cam. But, you know, I've said before, if I had a either a 2D or a 3D model that was like optimized for VTubing, I would probably use it more. Like currently I can't use my arms. So I like gesture to things with my head. I'll probably go for 10 more minutes and then I'll peace out because I'm sleepy. I'm a sleepy bitch. Cha cha cha. Cha 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 cha. Oh no. They bugged. They bugged out a bit. That's okay. Early seen but effective. Every time I use it, somebody's like, I love this shit. I also love this shit. Yeah. Cha, 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 cha. Yeah, all of you who are going to bed, snuggle up, sleep tight. I won't say don't let the bed bugs bite. Because what the fuck business is it of theirs where you're sleeping, you know? They're not even there. They can go somewhere else. Sleep deprived and going nuts. Ah. Yeah. I've still got 6 hours of work. I believe in you. Yeah, if you could just like kneel down. I shouldn't even joke about this. I was gonna say if you could just like kneel down next to your bed and be like, "Hey, bed bugs, get the fuck out of here." That's the, you know, people always say that they're really hard to get rid of. It's just because you don't know how to talk to them. Okay. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, again, if you know, there are a few days that I'm going to be doing stuff with family, but I'm going to try to stream as much as I can, subject to change, but I put up a tentative schedule for the rest of the time that we're out here, so it lists the days that I should be streaming. Oh, dude. Yeah. We shouldn't talk about bug stuff. Cuz I don't know how to talk about bug stuff in a way that doesn't make people want to just like crawl into a hole. But I haven't had flea problems in years and I still have nightmares about fleas. So, yeah, I get that. I have nightmares. Oh my God. I have like really terrifying nightmares about fleas. They really like bug infestations of any kind. Can just, they fuck with you for years afterwards. I was reading a thing about like kids that grow up in infested homes. That shit just like sticks with you forever. Like you're always worried about your home being infested, no matter how long it's been since like you were a kid. It's just ugh.
Blah.
Yes, same. After my cats had fleas, every black dot I see is a scare for real. My cat can have just like a tiny like bit of black something on her, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? One of my cats is white, so she was always the one that I would check if I was like, how we doing, gang? No fleas, right? We're done with the fleas, right? And anytime I felt paranoid, I would always check her, because if the cats had them, she would have them for sure, you know. Like she would have visible ones because she was white. God. Blech. All right, let's start wrapping up. If any of you would like to grab Raid Leader, it is open. Don't suggest somebody who's playing Baldur's Gate. If people want to find Baldur's Gate, if they want to play Baldur's Gate, if they want to see someone playing Baldur's Gate, they will seek them out themselves. I'm not throwing you to the wolves if you don't want to be there, you know?
And let's read off our activity feed.
Teary, absolutely. I would love to send you guys to Teary. Avi, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Pajama Mat for the 73 months. Crockett's Dota for the 51. Kiss Awesome for the 99. Adoramus for the 31. Fedori for the 44. Sir Servo for the 78. Tentacle Meow for the 80. Look, it's Hunter for the 22. Fluid Art for the 78. Potato for the 76. Avi for the gifted sub. Teviston for the 78. Jazzy Dude for the 53. Zeraniva for the 52. Maddie Dew for the 43. Avi for another gifted sub. I know Avi's gone, but thank you so much, Avi. El Zilko for the 60. Happy 5 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Dorian for the 82. Mithril Spade for the 30. Silent Zeno for the 83. Taja for the 28. Kytherin for the 52.
Sam, my sweet love, and Joe, thank you so much for the raids, buds.
And Strippin for the 8 years. Thank you so much for the resubscription, my love. SRC, thank you for the 110. Bloodfire for the 87. Azriel Sinclair for the 80. Daryl Biggums for the 84. Happy 7 years. Thank you so much. Munidrazon for the 59. Smoky Zephyr for the 3. Avi for the gifted sub. Half Pint Hydra for the 65. Actual LD 50 for the 74. Kelly for the 31. Johnish for the 51. Dragon Sparks for the 85. Avi for the 95. And Lurkujine for the 59. Thanks so much, gang. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and raid Teary. This is my cousin. I love her. She's wonderful. Go say hi. Spread love, spread joy. That's about it, I guess. I'll see you guys next time, huh? Hell yeah, dude. All right. I'm gonna go sleep. Bye.